Hey friends, I'm Joe Espresso and welcome to a 5-minute review of the Lightbringer. So grab a cup of coffee and see if you can finish it before I finish this review. The Lightbringer is an adventure platformer not unlike classic games like Spyro or Crash Bandicoot. In this game you are exploring floating levels filled with motes of light that you need to collect to banish the darkness that has gripped the monolith at the end of each level. You are guided by the voice of your sister, who really seems to enjoy forced rhyme.
Careful, my brother. These things are hostile. Show them no mercy, as they are just vile.
Armed with nothing but a double jump, you start this adventure, but soon walk into a weapon store filled with swords. You, being the Lightbringer, of course pick up the boomerang at the back. This returning companion is not only your only method of defeating many bad guys, but also a handy tool to help you solve puzzles that are keeping you from the monolith. As a bonus, it can pick up collectibles. The first few levels are easy and generous, but the difficulty seems to ramp up in the game at a steady pace as you progress through more. There are 4 chapters with a boss at the end of each one who is determined to keep you from progressing. Let's talk enemies. Enemies are pretty straightforward in the game. You are fighting slimes. The game does add a great deal of variety to this adversary though. Standard slimes will chase you and just need a good ranging to take them down. Next, there are slimes with pots on their heads and they need 2 hits. An armored slime is completely impervious to hits anywhere that there is armor. A boom barrel slime dares you to hit them, but you can find interesting uses for them too. The last enemy I've seen is a flying slime who will hurl slime balls at you that have a tiny explosion. Find a way to get on their level, or just jump and throw your trusty boomerang to take them down. The boss fights in the game are reminiscent of Legend of Zelda titles, placing you in an arena and incentivizing learning attack patterns quickly, or else. If this fight is anything to go by, hit the big bad in the weak spots and try not to get annihilated along the way. This is no 3-hit pushover. Gameplay is up next. Games like this often have achievements and serotonin feels that come with gathering all the collectibles in any given level. Lightbringer is no exception to this. I've played games that I almost immediately decided I would never 100%. Games like modern Mario games I usually find myself trying to fully complete because it strikes a balance between satisfaction and tedium. No one wants to waste their time, so when a level has 1,000 tiny collectibles, it feels like a chore to collect them all. The Lightbringer strikes this balance well. You'll need to backtrack sometimes, but the levels are either small enough that it's a little bother, or more often provide ways for you to skip already completed parts of the level by unlocking bridges or activating elevators. Levels, puzzles, and collectibles in the game can be previewed in some places with a bird's eye view of the level, while some you just need to figure out whenever you get there. I was worried on starting the game that puzzles would be too simple or too easy, but the more I play, the more confident I am that the ramping difficulty will set some real challenges ahead of me. Now onto controls. The game controls well with a gamepad, and while I've not tried the keyboard controls, one look at them had me saying nope. Okay, but is the game worth it? For price point, the game is average when it comes to indie dev release titles. I expect the game to last somewhere near 8 to 12 hours, but I'm guessing because I'm only 2 hours in right now. And at a $15 price point, some people might find this a little steep. I would disagree. I think the game is a great experience that I will remember with a smile. I'm not surprised that I'm enjoying this game. It is simple, but simple is not bad. It does what it should do and it does those things well. It delivers satisfying gameplay on a platter filled with a good soundtrack and a beautiful environment. I will absolutely be finishing this game and looking through the many achievements available, may even try to 100% it. In the end, I'm giving the Lightbringer an 8 out of 10 and recommend it for those who enjoy platforming and adventure titles. Did you finish your cup of joe before I finished mine? Let me know in the comments below, and let me know if there are any games that you want me to review in 5 minutes or less. Sub for more 5-minute reviews and gameplay of those games. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.